Hello, grass scorpion. I don't know if I
Hi.
enjoy your existence. So like,
You won't.
oh, I really don't enjoy your existence. Where did my bikers go? Oh, I now have a
Eaten by the
biker.
scorpion.
I now have a biker. Oh, is that a mini warp storm? That's a mini warp storm. Oh, geez, I only have 3 units.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Samantha, and my history with Dawn of War is kind of weird. See, I found Dawn of War after I found out about Warhammer 40k. My path to discovering Dawn of War was through friend recommendations and then through Mandalore Gaming's mod Spotlight on the Ultimate Apocalypse mod for the final expansion of Dawn of War 1 titled Soulstorm. I will be making a standalone video on Ultimate Apocalypse at some point, but I have a question to answer before I do that. What makes a good Dawn of War game? Oh, that's a lot of warriors.
I'd love to be able to click my stuff. Steam, thank you. And just need 200 for that.
Oh my god, these things are fucking broken.
Dude,
What, the scourges?
dude,
Yes!
three units of them have taken out like 5 units of warriors. That's a lot of warriors. That's a lot of damage. So yeah, that's a weird question to ask, right? Basically, my understanding of the Dawn of War franchise as a whole is that every time they make a new game, they destroy the foundations and start over. Dawn of War 1 was a macro strategy game about long-term decision-making and planning, more so than on-the-spot tactical choices and micro-play. Dawn of War 2 flipped that on its head. Instead of controlling the massive armies like a general commanding units in a grand battle, Dawn of War 2 might as well have been a kill team RTS, focusing on low unit count, so-called hero units, and micro-heavy units, and with Dawn of War 3, they... well... let's discuss. Look at Gabriel in this game, dude. Holy shit. He has the jawline of, like, the Tick. He has the jawline of the Tick, and his head is just like a fucking square. That's not a human head. Dawn of War 3 is a game that'll be very familiar to you if you've played other RTS games, most specifically the StarCraft series. The game is a hybridized version of Dawn of War 1 and 2. You see it all over the place. For instance, Tactical Marines in Dawn of War 1 were a modular infantry unit with the options of a flamer, a heavy bolter, or a plasma gun, and gives them a total of 1 sergeant, which boosts the TAC's already high morale and make it easier for them to recover from being broken. In Dawn of War 2, they had the heavy bolter option removed, but in their stead, they got a missile launcher and 2 active abilities. This is a very clear change from a macro-heavy leaning where the idea behind TACs is to build your army around fighting the most amount of possible enemy types, but instead micro-inclined reactions that require more of an active combat style. In Dawn of War 3, however, Tacticals lose both of their active abilities from Dawn of War 2 and get to pick between a plasma gun or a flamer. That's right, no sergeants. Flamers have a skill shot AoE type thing that can hit multiple enemies, and plasma guns are just objectively better bolters that sadly will occasionally need to cool off. So you have the macro ability to plan ahead to have units that are good against multiple enemy varieties, and you have the micro ability to be able to equip your TACs with a skill shot. But because it doesn't go full way with either one, it fails at both. The long-term strategy of thinking about countering as many unit types is so heavily limited because there's only 2 warrior options, and simply giving them a skill shot AoE that takes no real timing or skill to use makes it a bland and lifeless use of micro RTS mechanics. The entire game is like this, sloppily adding parts of both Dawn of War 1 and 2 without really realizing why they worked. But this isn't why Dawn of War 3 isn't a good Dawn of War game, since there is no real gameplay core of Dawn of War. As long as it's an RTS and takes place in the 40k universe, it can be called Dawn of War, right? Right. look at how, like, look at how skinny these Space Marines are. Like, these are really skinny Space Marines. Right, yeah. I think I know what the core of Dawn of War really is. It's not the gameplay, it's not the story, it's not the deep RTS mechanics. It's something a lot more simple that people don't tend to think about. I think what makes a good Dawn of War game is twofold. It needs to be a good RTS, and it needs to be very distinctly Warhammer 40k. And that is Dawn of War 3's biggest failing in my eyes. Nothing about it screams 40k to me. The orcs move with this weird waddle and seem more goblin-esque rather than actual orcs. Everything in the game is so shiny, whether that's because of the lighting engine or what, but... oh god, look at how anorexic the Marines look! Good lord, why does Gabriel Angelos look like a Chad meme in Terminator armor? The bolters feel like autoguns rather than actual bolters. Which, in fairness, the representation of bolters has always been kinda iffy in the Dawn of War setting. But not only that, nothing in this game quite reflects their in-universe counterpart. Servitors have mecha dendrites, and bolters do basically no damage to Eldar infantry when, in reality, if you were to shoot a bolter at an unarmored Eldar, that Eldar would become a wall decoration. Tiny stuff like that adds up to this feeling more like StarCraft than 40k. Which, yes, it is. This game is effectively just StarCraft with a 40k skin over it. And I feel like that's the main thing that disappointed fans. In conclusion, to answer the question, the thing that makes a good Dawn of War game is simply being a unique RTS that really feels like it takes place in 40k. Dawn of War has always been a game known for odd or strange or out of left field mechanics for RTS games. So in order to make a new 40k game, you just gotta make a very strange RTS game that takes place in a very authentic interpretation of the 40k setting. Or they can just make Dawn of War 1 HD. But don't hold your breath, Turbo Nerds.
Can you please stop? I just want to get in May. Oh no.
Nowhere is